So how do we create a purchase order automatically out of a goods receipt? This scenario is used when vendors deliver urgently required materials for which corresponding purchase orders could not be created due to time reasons. We will now first inspect the customizing, then go to the master data settings, and afterwards I will show you the process in the system. Sounds good? Then subscribe now and let's start. So first of all, we need to make sure that the auto purchase order indicator has been set for the movement type 101. And this is done via the following customizing path I will show you now in the system. So we navigate to the transaction code SPRO, sub-reference IMG, then in materials management, inventory management and physical inventory, goods receipt, create PO purchase order automatically. And over here, make sure that for the movement type 101, which is the GR goods receipt, the automatic PO indicator is set. So this was the first step. Now, as a second step, we need to ensure that on field selection level for the movement type 101 and field name LEFNR, which is the vendor number, one entry is set to optional. So therefore we navigate back. We are again here in the inventory management and physical inventory stream. We go to settings for enjoy transactions, settings for goods movement, MIGO, field selection per movement type. And over here, we need to make sure that the following entry exists. So for the movement type 101, the field name IFNR and the radio button set to optional entry. You can simply facilitate that by, for instance, taking this entry over here, cast name. This should also exist in your system. Click it, click on copy as, and then just change the field name to LEFNR and save. I've already done this, so this is fine. That was the second step. Now we need to make the selection field OK not ordered ready for input. You will see this field also in the process later on. Therefore, we navigate back. We are still in the same folder. This time we select field selection for MIGO, and over here you can already see the OK not entered field is ready for input. This is how the field looks like. You will also see this field in the process. Let's now come to the fourth step. We need to define a default value for the document type. So this is the document type which is normally used for the purchasing process. This is done also in the customizing. Let's go back and actually close the inventory management and physical inventory folder. Go up a bit to purchasing, then scroll down until you see the point define default values for document type. Select this one, and then we can see over here for the transaction code MB01. This is kind of the same as the MIGO transaction. It already says post goods receipt for PO. We need to store a document type because when we execute the goods receipt and post it to the system, a purchase order will be created with this purchase order document type we store over here. In my case, this is the document type NB. That was the fourth step. Now let's come to the last step. We need to make sure that the system is able to determine the purchase organization automatically, because normally when we create a purchase order, the purchase organization is a mandatory field. And this is done also in customizing. Let's go back. It is done in the enterprise structure, assignment, materials management, assign standard purchase organization to plant. And over here, I'm using the purchase organization 0001. I assigned it to plant 0001 because we create the goods receipt with respect to a plant. And based on that plant, the purchase organization will be derived automatically. And this is then necessary for the purchase order to be generated automatically out of the goods receipt. Yeah, and that's basically it. Now what we need to do is we need to define some more master data settings. First of all, we need to make sure that the material master exists with a purchasing group assigned in the purchasing view MM02. And this is done via MM02 or MM01 respectively if the material is not yet existing. Let's actually inspect one material. Let's go to /n MM02, select your material, then the view purchasing, the plant, and enter. And over here you can see I already maintained a purchasing group in my material. Last but not least, we need to create a purchasing info record with the delivery date and net price information maintained. This is done via ME11. I've already shown you extensively in another video how we can create a purchasing info record. So in my case, I already created one. Let's inspect this one via transaction /n ME13. Go to purchasing org data 1. And over here you can see the planned delivery time, and I also maintained a net price. Now it's time to actually do the process. So all the customizing has been done and all the master records are existing. We now go to transaction code /n MIGO. That's /n MIGO. Then we select goods receipt, purchase order, and we do not insert a purchase order over here, but we click on this button. And here you can see this button we defined in customizing before. Let's click on this one, insert our material, the quantity. Then, really important, change the movement type to 101. Select the plant in my case 0001, and the storage location, the partner from whom we received the materials. And now we can actually save. You can see the material document has been created. Let's now inspect this material document via display material document. This is the number. And over here you can see a new tab appeared called purchase order data. And here we can see the purchase order has been created automatically for the goods received. We can actually double click on this one and we are forwarded to the respective purchase order. Yeah, this marks the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If so, please subscribe to the channel and activate the bell. Many thanks and see you next time.